collecting for the last bit of this resource and testing out my DPS. I've already killed war bosses and it goes something like this. I missed. Oh well. I am a hybrid sorc. Before, let me tell you, this is freaking awesome. Let's get detected by something. Oh, hi. Yes, white numbers. I know, not a lot of crit. That's fine. I'll tell you why in a minute. You're going to get most of your crit when it comes to running in trials and dungeons anyway. That's what your and your other DPS and stuff like that. So this is not made for that. This is made for something else. And you'll see what it is here in about 30 seconds. As soon as I can find an ad. There we go. See these groups of ads up here? Buy ads. It collects things. Oh, let me take this off. So, I am running a couple different things right here to throw people off. This, let me show you my stats first. This is buffed. I'm waiting for it to unbuff to go away. Screw it. There's buffed. 6,421. Spell critical rating is low, but I do have spell critical rating pots, and there's things to do to increase your spell critical rating. That's easy. But check out the max magicka. 30,000 and stamina 20,000. Look at the weapon and spell damage. Now the buff's off. 5,490. 4,640. Physical spell resistance is at 7,000, which is a little low, but we can increase that too with different things. I'm not fully decked out either. Let me show you my stuff. I've got infused here, which I should change this to something else, because I'm not worried about that weapon damage, and I might just do that. We have, ooh, I need to charge this. Dark conversion set. Infused. I could change that to sharpened. Increase my weapon and spell damage, or physical penetration if I want to, because the weapon and spell damage is through the roof right now. Max magicka, offensive penetration, weapon and spell damage, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground. Will create an area that applies a 60% snare and pull enemies 2 seconds. After 1 second explodes. Check out the damage on this thing. It increases in damage too the more they gather. Got one of these, but if I change it, I can do this too. Watch. Anyway, we're gonna go back, which lowers my spell damage. Now I just started working with this one. This is a PvP set. I have it set out where it's like nothing really. I got one infused stamina, you know, kind of things. I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, go back down here. What this does is it gives me the offense penetration for both sides anyway, weapon and spell damage for both sides anyway, weapon and spell damage for both sides anyway, dealing direct damage to an enemy, and a lot of things are direct damage, to an enemy who is not play carrier. Turns them into a play carrier for 10 seconds, dealing 9,000, when I'm buffed. It's 8,900, but it's a difference. 9,000 damage, disease damage over the duration. If, and this is where the PvP part comes into place, if the plague is removed early and it explodes of the carrier, dealing 10,000 disease damage, the explosion deals additional damage per enemy hit, per attack, and scales off the higher of your weapon and spell damage. So if you're running in PvP with this build, you would change a couple of different things, but watch this. You would bring them in, it sets them off, and then boom. Now that's without using the plague set. Plague set is you bring them in, or oops, didn't have a time. Sorry for the lag. I don't know what's going on with this game. Let's get back to farming. Oh, I've almost got it. Yeah, I've got it up. Now, if I can increase my my critical rating with pots, I'm having a little problem sustaining, but it's not that big of a deal when I change my abilities around. So if I do a critical pot, right? Let's find us a nasty little monster. Actually, you guys will work. Hit that pot, pop that down. Bye. 44k plus. It's a direct damage ability. See the tick? That was the direct damage ability. So the magic damage is there. It's way up there. My food's about to wear off. Right now I'm running tri-stat foods only for the two-hander. And I'll show you what the two-hander does before I go any further in my armor. So the two-hander doesn't have the thing it brings everybody in. That's the back bar. Let me find that little... Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, there we go. It's a great way. So two-hander bar. Up close, I have my dark conversion, so whenever I do a heavy attack, I get back stamina to give me back magicka if I need to. I have critical charge, and you'll see why. And then I have two executes, and you'll see why. Alright, ready for this? So I hit this one guy with the execute, which is direct damage, and then just wait for them to die. It's pretty nasty. So, what it does is... Inventory. Maelstrom Arena. Dealing damage with critical charge causes enemies to deal or bleed for 6,930 bleed damage over 5 seconds. Not that much. This effect scales on your weapon or spell damage. But the skill itself is what's fun. Launch across and slash the enemy, dealing 6,682 physical damage to them and all enemies nearby. This attack is always a critical damage attack. And then it does, after reaching your target, you sunder the ground beneath you, dealing 1,664 physical damage to all enemies in the area for 1 second every 10 seconds. So basically, they die. Even if they don't want to die. And execute, boom. Not always a crit. But like I said, I can increase crit damage. We're going to go in here. 5. The reason why I have 2 executes, by the way, watch this. He doesn't die right away. Oh, I'm snared. Oh, he's dead. Come here. Dang it, don't die. Whack. Basically, I can proc this one. And they'll proc each other. So if I hit him with that one, he drops, he gets the, no remorse. Boom. Wait for it. Right there. That's the lightning one right there. So when he gets below, or 2 or below 20% health, with the lightning skill, it does this. Gives me back magicka. It does 14,000 non-crit damage. And if the enemy falls to or below 20% health is when it procs, within 4 seconds. The other executes, I can just sit there and pop them with that, and the other executes for the stamina. 300% more damage to enemies less than 50% health. This thing is going for like 29,000, which is not that good if you're completely slotted in one direction. Nope, I didn't have my buff up. I don't have any stamina crit pots, which I will be getting here soon because this is just too freaking fun. I could take off this one right here, this power surge, but the effect of the power surge is increase your weapon spell damage, right? I can get that from any skill or any pot, but while active, dealing critical damage heals you for 3,366 health. This effect can occur every second. It doesn't matter what crit it is. So if I run into trials or dungeons or anything like that, the other ability that I'll be running will be... if I can find it. There. That one. The Crystal Frags, I don't run in dungeons. They're single target, but they do a lot of damage. But what's best to run is not that one. It's actually, and I'm just going to show you what the ability is. Right there. The Unstable Wall of Elements, not the other morph. Because the Unstable Wall ticks, and then when at the iteration it explodes, dealing 3,101 magic damage. We're running lightning staff, so let's see. Unstable, unstable wall of storm sets concuss enemies off balance. So we got that. The thing about that is, it has a timer on it, but you don't have to use the timer. Let me explain. Pop it once, raise up, pop it twice. Just keep on popping it. Your magicka will lower, but like I said, I'm working on that one. All I have to do is change the set piece up, max magicka, and then change the ring out to 1 damage down, and then or change the one from infused damage to reduce cost of magicka abilities. But let's show you what a crystal frag looks like on this.
Keep them on the defensive.
I can get one a proc. He's already dead.
The day is ours.
Basically, since they're nerfing crit so hard, you gotta resort to other measures. These are non-proc ones doing like 12k. Okay, let's get that back up, and then dark versions, which is gonna give us recovery anyway, while we kill these ads. And then I'll explain the other part of the set. You can see the. That's the only ability I had. He's running heals, by the way, so it's not like he's doing a lot of damage. Oh, come on. Give me an enemy. Give me an enemy. There's never any enemy around. We need one. Ah, screw it. Okay, so they're doing the same damage as the meteor. So they're hitting for like 45k frags, which is pretty damn decent running by myself, no other buffs or anything like that. When they crit. So, point is to get the crit up on there. Now I'm running Khajiit class because I get bonuses to crit in general, which is the one thing keeping me alive. I can do more damage if I was on something else. But back to the last little thing. Thrashing Stranglers. This is one of those things you run if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, do not run this thing because you'll die every single time. It's a pain in the butt to get this under wraps. Like I said, I've done the world bosses and stuff like that here. I rely on my healing. So all the freaking AoEs that are healing me, that's what's keeping me alive, plus my shield. But this reduces your shield 1%, and your health way down. So my health right now, I'm sitting at 18k. I can increase that, but I have to sacrifice somewhere to do it. That's fine. Now, what's really fun is when I put those Bolog's helmets back on, and I go into vampirism form. Now, vampirism form, there's 2 different things you can do. If you just want to freaking play around with it, where are you at? There. If you just want to play around with vampirism form, it's interesting. Ooh.
You can't take another hit.
That was a 25k non-crit. That would have done like 50. The skill that I'm running. Ooh, hello. Here, watch, I just get my health back up. See the crit? Plus whatever's sticking on him. Alright, so the skill that I'm running is called Shimmering Frenzy. It's only stage 1. Increases your weapon and spell damage by 300 while it toggles on the health cost of your abilities. Or increase while toggle, the health cost of this ability increases by 20%. So in other words, it's going to take more health from you every second it's casted. And weapon and spell damage bonus increases by 10% every second. You also cannot be healed by anyone other than yourself. Ooh, get back here. Now that's a good thing to run with like other sets. Like I said, it's just playing around just to see what it can do on damage. Oh. Technically, you can keep it up there for a while because you're healing yourself on your abilities. So if you're running in like a trial or something like that, or not a trial, I wouldn't recommend starting anywhere near a trial for this build. I've already ran a couple of trials. I'll give you an example. We went into the normal SO. Me and my friend Tank got to the end with the regular group. You know, we had a full group except for one person missing. I had my little companion out healing. It was kind of funny, but we only had one healer. We had level 24, level 104, something like that, and the only person to die was a 104 twice. During the whole thing, we were just freaking flying through there. Afterwards, the group leaves, and it's just me and him. And he doesn't have the troll achievement. So in normal, me and him went in there on the troll achievement and freaking just got an achievement. Ooh. 42k frag. That's without it being proc for a while. Social guilds. Wait for a friend of mine to get on. Don't know if he's getting on tonight. Like I said, this little vampire thing is fun to play with. But I wouldn't recommend using it in dungeons and trials. The only reason why is because the toggle sticks sometimes. So out here in the bout, it's fine. Even if you want to go against a war boss, it's fine. But sorry about that. Try it. Yeah, see, I almost died doing it. But 17k. Now I can make that hit harder. I know I can. Let's take this ability off. And this one. This is fun to run just regardless. So, shield up, rush in there, and then I attack that one, and I didn't get a chance to. Well, I'll do it on the next one. So what this one does, it used to stun, but doesn't stun anymore. It sucks. But what it does do is give you back ultimate, so. As it kills them. So if you want a real quick ultimate game, that's the one. And I'll show you what I mean now. Bye-bye, Mr. Wasp. Plus the other. I mean, that's almost like a freaking instant kill ultimate. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and pop this first, then this. He's already dead. Let's let him slowly die. That's what I came here for. I love this stuff. Just stock him back up again. I haven't played in a while, so. Alright. Ooh, there's more over there. 25k on that crit, on that dizzy swing. Or not dizzy swing, the execute there. For a magic user and a stam user combined, it's pretty damn good. Now I want to see what they do next patch. If they're going in the right direction, this is going to be your meta for the next patch. If you run, there's other ones you can run. You can run Breton, you'll get the magic recovery. High Elf, if you don't need the magic recovery. Alright. I'll use that guy over there to get my ultimate back. What, am I still being attacked? Piss off. Now, in dungeons, it's kind of hard to run this because you got to be the one to get the kills. That's why you better be able to put out the DPS. And this does put out a good bit of DPS. The target dummies, I won't give you numbers on the target dummies. They do not count. Reason why, because it's not DPS. I've gotten as high as 140k on those target dummies. I still won't post it because It's not a DPS meter. Show me trials DPS meter. Show me dungeons DPS meters. Account for all the individual ads, because a lot of these skills are for AoE damage. Single target damage, it doesn't equate on the board as well as AoE damage. You're testing out your rotation, I got that. I can guarantee you, me going into a trial, it's not always about that rotation. You have to know how to adjust for the rotation. So you can hit 110,000 all you want on those target dummies, but if you don't know how to do your roll, it doesn't matter how hard you hit. I've walked into trials where I was doing 75 or 65k on the target dummy, and the other guy was doing 75k. And he goes like, because he asked me what I was hitting for, because he was on Sorcerer 2. He's like, oh yeah, I'm doing 75k. I'm like, all right. We go in the trial, we get to the boss, he dies. I'm like, where's your 75k now? Because I'm still doing DPS because I know what I'm doing. And he gets so pissed off, he just quits the trial. The ultimate getting, ooh, that's nice. Yeah, I might make this a sharpened staff. Change out the helmet, put the spell damage on the helmet. Where are we going? I thought we already came through here. I see ore. Monster. Huh. Ooh. Bye, bitch. Before it even procs. Sorry for the cussing. Alright. Okay, what the hell was that? That was a light.
How can I help? I'm listening.